Hello guys, this is Skyasterix, and on this video I'm gonna be participating in another event from Plarium that it decided to bring for all of us as content creator. That is this one right here, my biggest fail, content creators confession. Yeah, and I'm going to start talking here about Fusion, and I hope that my video is going to be very educative for you, mainly if you are a new player for this game right here. Okay, the reality is totally different now because some specific content creators have access to play the test server. That can be really good for you have your proper decision in terms of a specific fusion, if you can be able to skip or not skip the fusion, you know. And there are plenty of content creators opinion that they can access the test server right there and do the specific tests for specific champion on the way that you can have a proper decision according to these contents that these guys actually bring for all of us. But 3 years ago we didn't have that. Yeah, and Plarium decided to bring for us a lovely champion, that is Rotos, the Lost Room. Yeah, but in that time, according to the epics that were available for this fusion, I decided to go for one specific epic champion. And the champion that I'm talking about is this one right here from the Knights Heaven. This girl right here, Sepulture Sentinel. I decided to go for her instead to get Rotos, because in that time I was thinking on the way to have a better performance in terms of the Ultra Nightmare. And I was looking for one specific champion that could be able to decrease the attack and to keep decreasing the attack from the boss, and also in terms of survivability, to place exactly the increased defense right here as she does, and also to place the block debuffs for all the lies for 2 turns. I was looking for this, you know. And when this champion came, when they released this champion for the game, I thought, oh my god, this champion is going to be exactly what I'm looking for in terms of the clan boss battles. And I decided to go for her, you know, but it was a huge mistake, because Rotos, after that they release and the guys start to bring all the content talking about Rotos, mainly in terms of performance of the clan boss and arena, mainly arena guys. That was my big regret ever, because Rotos it was incredible good, and actually I believe he's still the king. Yeah, he's still the king. You know, this guy right here, he's from the Undead Hordes. He is still the king. You know, if you build properly Rotos, what is going to help you a lot in terms of performance in arena. You know, everything depends according to the set that you're going to place on him and the masteries, you know, but he can be really good for you. And there are plenty of videos from everybody talking about him, you know. Yeah, there are plenty of videos. Even I have one specific video talking about him as well, you know, because I got him. But there are plenty of videos, plenty guys, like seriously. If I go to show you guys here, you know, like here's an example. Look, Rotos the Broken is still the #1. You know, as and you guys can see, they put him as a king, you know. So Rotos, when you get Rotos, you're gonna see how good this champion is, you know, how good he is. And he is really good. He is really good. Yeah, and sometimes Plarium always bring for us a 10x event to try to get him, you know, or some of the specific events that can be focused on him, you know. And anyway, he is good, and that was my big mistake, you know, that I'm sharing here, you know, and I hope that you guys do not commit this mistake, because in that time I was thinking for one specific situation, but I didn't think in terms of overall, you know, in terms of the performance in the dungeons, and some specific bosses, some bosses that you have available in this game. And you know, he is adaptive for you use him in some, it's like in plenty of areas, in plenty of scenarios, totally different from the Sepulture Sentinel. And today I'm not using Sepulture Sentinel anymore, because there are some other new some other champions available right there that is better than her. And Hotos, no, Hotos is still useful, mainly in terms of the arena, right? And this guy was the king, used to be the king for around 2 years, honestly. And if I go to show you guys, like I'm gonna give you an example right here. Let's check arena right now. If you check arena here, oh, arena is not here, sorry. Let me go in arena here. Okay, here, let's see here in classic arena, top players. All right, look at that. Look at who is the first there, this guy. And look at the team that he has. He has Rotos, okay, he has Stardust right here, but like a Sif and Rotos are there, okay? This is an example. Okay, Sifi, oh, you see another one here with Rotos, and Rotos, you know, yeah, he's still the king, okay? He's still the king. He's really good. You know, I got him, you know, I got him after 2 years. It was kind of late, you know, he came to my account, and then because like in that time, plenty of you guys is going to think on the same way. It's going to think like what I thought before. Okay, you have this new fusion. It's the same about this fusion right here that's happened with the Razor Varg. You know, you have the fusion right here, and it's like a Razor Varg is here, right? Okay, and then I start to think, okay, this guy is Magic Affinity, and I can get him through Ancient Shards or even Sacred Shards, whatever, you know, that can happen. And it's exactly what I thought in terms of the fusion for the Rotos. You know, I tried to go for the Sepulture Sentinel instead of him, but it took me like 2 years. It's unbelievable. It took me 2 years to get him. And why that happened? Because if you like, you guys firstly have to think about the number of factions that you have available in the game, and each faction you have loads of legendary champions. Okay, there are loads of legendary champions. See, loads of them. And sometimes, even though you have loads of legendary champions, you can get a dupe from them. Yeah, I got some dupes. Not that I really want to have a dupe, but that happened in my account. All right, that's why I hope, guys, if you see this video, just think it twice, think 3 times, think as like go somewhere. Like if you see a fusion, try to do all your researches before you take your decision. For you, do not go and do the fusion, because that can be a big regret from you after a while if you do not get a specific champion. And I know that for some of my subscribers on my channel, they had some regrets regarding some specific champions through the fusion. As an example, I'm gonna give you right here is about this guy, the under priest Brogni. You know, some of the guys decide not to go for him, and they still do not have him, because as I said, you have loads of champions and you never know when your account is going to be granted by specific champions like this. And for me, if you have a fusion, I think that even if this fusion is a legendary champion, I think that you have to go for it, whatever what it is, because Plarium can, like, if the champion is not good, Plarium can rebalance this champion in a way that can be more acceptable for you. So that's why I decided to not skip any more fusion, because for Rotos, it was my biggest mistake, my biggest fail. And I hope that this video is going to help you for you have the same decision, but you do not have such kind of decisions that I had before, and for you do not skip any kind of fusion easily as I've done. Okay, if you like my video, just like the video, subscribe here to my channel. Even though my main contents are in Portuguese, but every support that is possible you bring for my channel, I'm going to really appreciate it, guys. And I hope that this video is going to help you in all the terms, in terms of fusion, as I was explaining here what happened with me 3 years ago, you know. And I hope that you do not commit the same mistake. All right, so guys, thank you very much for watching me, and see you in the next video soon. Bye.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. The way that things have been. You make me a believer, believer. You break me down and build me up.
Are you a believer? Raid Shadow Legends. Play for free.